And last night he was able to emerge and follow commands and even ask who had won the game.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today I bring you an update on Bills safety Damar Hamlin. He suffered a severe injury during the Monday Night Football game where there was a tackle he was involved with. He tackled a player. The player led with his helmet. After the play was over, he pops back up and then falls right back on the ground. He suffered cardiac arrest. He had to be revived on the field. He had to start his heart on the field. And he was taken to a hospital where he still remains. He's intubated, but he is doing much better. Now, when they first got him to the hospital, he was on 100% oxygen. Now, 50% oxygen or less. First, he was, I believe, in a coma, out for 2 days. Now, he's awake. He's able to communicate, and he's holding family members' hands. He is doing much better. The Buffalo Bills say that he is neurologically intact. Now, I think that means his brain is not damaged. Maybe I could be wrong about that. If I'm wrong, y'all let me know in the comments below. But if he's able to communicate, he's able to grasp hands, and he's able to ask, hey, did we win? I think his brain is there. Now, maybe the function might not be as high as it was before. Hopefully, he goes back to normal as it was before the game. Hopefully that happens. But as of right now, he is doing much better. Now, you saw that clip in the beginning. I'm going to play that full clip so you get more context. Then we're going to get into the article to get a little bit more about what's happening with Mr. Hamlin and any kind of future prognosis. And of course, everything I'm talking about right now will be in the description. But let's go ahead and roll it.
We were in the situation where we wanted to allow him to gradually, wake up as the rest of his body was healing. And last night he was able to emerge and follow commands and even ask who had won the game. I can clarify, he did not speak. He was able to communicate in writing. And he is unable to speak with us yet as he still has a breathing tube in, and we are still assisting him with ventilation. So when he was communicating with us last night and then again today, that's been in writing.
That's a good sign, though, because if he's able to actually write something down, then that tells you a lot. That tells you that A, he's aware of what's going on. B, he can remember what happened. Like, he remembers the hit. So a lot of times people black out, have injuries like this. They don't remember anything. They're like, how did I get here? What happened? He remembers the game. He remembers the hit. He is able to communicate, and he's cognizant of what's happening around him at that point. So that points to someone who has a brain function that's doing what it's supposed to do. It's functioning properly. Now, the level of his brain function is yet to be seen, but as of right now, he sounds pretty good.
And, to paraphrase one of our partners, when he asked, did we win? The answer is yes. Damar, you won. You've won the game of life. And that's probably the most important thing out of this. And we really need to keep him at the center of everything else that's going on. And we really want to ensure a good outcome for him.
So, yeah, shout out to the medical staff out there at in Cincinnati, at UC Medical Center. Shout out to them for doing a very good job. Shout out to Buffalo Bills staff for being right there, for recognizing what was happening, having a defibrillator right there, performing CPR immediately. Shout out to everybody who was there, all the players on the field for maintaining their composure the best that they could. And shout out to the NFL for ultimately postponing the game. That was the right thing to do. Damar Hamlin's safety was paramount. He could have died right there in the field if the Bills staff did not step in. If you did not have medically trained people right there on the spot, he would have died right there on the field. So luckily that didn't happen, and I hope and pray that Mr. Hamlin gets well soon. Now, there's an article here. We're going to get into this a little bit just to get a little bit more context. And, of course, everything I'm talking about right now will be in the box. But you see the headline here, Damar Hamlin's doctors say he is making substantial progress, beginning to awaken after on-field collapse. Buffalo Bills have been through a lot since Monday when their teammate Damar Hamlin collapsed on the field, but Thursday was full of positive news about his health and progress. Hamlin's doctors at University of Cincinnati Medical Center have announced that there has been substantial improvement in his condition over the past 24 hours. His neurological condition and function is intact, and he's beginning to awaken. He's opened his eyes and has been moving his hands and feet. Very good. So you don't see signs of paralysis. You don't see signs of brain damage. And if there is brain damage, hopefully there's not. It doesn't appear to be severe because he's able to, again, he's cognizant of what's happening. He remembers what happened when he got hit, when he collapsed or whatever happened. He's able to communicate, and especially through written, because sometimes if there's a brain injury, you got to remember how to walk, how to talk, how to use your hands and feet and everything else. It's a whole big mess. So I'm glad that he is doing much better on that end of it. Let's continue here. Hamlin continues to be critically ill and will remain in intensive care for the time being. But it was clear the doctors were encouraged by how he's been responding. They were made sure to mention that he still has significant progress he needs to make, but his progress over the past 24 hours marks a really good turning point in his ongoing care. The physicians also said that Hamlin has been responsive to questions and commands and has even been asking questions of his own. He's still intubated and on a ventilator, so he has been able to speak, but he's been writing questions with pen and paper. One of the first things Hamlin wanted to know, who won Monday night's game. Okay, and as we all know, that game has been postponed, and I don't see any plans as of right now for a makeup date. If y'all know anything about that, if that changes, y'all let me know in the comments. But as of right now, that's not really important. We'll keep on going here. Several times during the news conference, the doctors made a point to say that lightning quick response from the Bills and the Bengals doctors and medical personnel in the field saved Hamlin's life and preserved his neurological function. They were at his side less than 1 minute after he collapsed and gave him CPR immediately, shocked his heart, and continued to perform CPR on him, all of which was vital to keeping his heart going until he could be put on a ventilator. Now, that's something right there, because if your heart stops, I would presume that's doing damage right there. Your heart needs to continue to beat. If your heart stops for a long enough period of time, you expire. And if your brain's not getting oxygen, that can cause brain damage. Even if you do come back, your brain is going to be damaged and you're going to have issues there. So this is really good, very good signs. And this is a press conference right here. Here's a video. Of course, I'll link to it in the box. This is about 51 minutes. So this is a long press conference. I showed you a clip of it, but there's actually a much longer thing. And like I said, that'll be in the description. The Bills shared a less detailed version of the physician's report on Thursday morning, revealing that Hamlin had shown remarkable improvement. One of his teammates also tweeted that he was awake and showing more signs of improvement. So this was a tweet that it kind of made its rounds on social media, has quite a few likes, probably many more views and retweets and whatnot. But it says, per the physicians caring for Damar Hamlin at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center, Damar has shown remarkable improvement over the past 24 hours. While still critically ill, he has demonstrated that he appears to be neurologically intact. His lungs continue to heal, and he is making steady progress. We are grateful for the love and support we have received. Because remember, like I said, when they first got him in there, they intubated him. He was on 100% oxygen, so his lungs were simply not functioning. Now they've reduced it, so hopefully that means his lungs are doing better. Okay, and then I guess it's one of his teammates or somebody from the organization that says, our boy's doing better, awake and showing more signs of improvement. Thank you, God. Keep the prayers coming, please. All love 3. Right, so I guess that's his number right there. Okay, I think this particular Twitter profile picture, it says pray for Damar, and it says number 3. That's probably his number on the field. Okay, so they're going to have practice on Thursday. So we're going to see. Maybe they're going to try to play the game again this weekend. I suppose so. Maybe the Bills are still in Cincinnati with the Bengals. So maybe they'll play the game like on a Saturday, Sunday, or something like that. So hopefully that happens. And again, there's more here. I think his father addressed the team. His uncle came out and said a few things to the media. Of course, everything will be in the description. But the most important thing here is the young man right there, Mr. Damar Hamlin, the Buffalo Bills, safety, number 3. May he get well soon to make a full and complete recovery. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about this update about Damar Hamlin? Is it optimistic? Do you think he'll make a full recovery and go back to the way he was before the game? I hope so. Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys should pretty much know where I'm at. I think this is a testimony to the medical staff right there on the field who were able to come to his aid. Now, I don't know exactly what caused the situation. There's a lot of speculation. People are saying it was a vax. Some say it was a hit. Some say it was a combination. Nobody really knows. I've not been told that. I've not heard anything from the doctors as to what caused it. I've heard about commotion cordis from somebody that's an observer, but nobody that's actually right there with them, speaking to them, observing them, examining them, caring for them. They've not said anything about the cause. So all we can do is speculate. We know that a lot of athletes are collapsing for no reason all over the world. We pretty much know what's going on with that. But this one might be a little bit different because there was contact involved. It does not appear to be severe contact, but that's not really how injuries work all the time. Sometimes contact happens. It doesn't look that bad, but it's much worse than what it may appear to be on television. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.